friends, and welcome to the video. Here are 55 frugal tips for you. Just as a disclaimer, my husband and I don't use all of these tips. We use most of them. I'll say the ones we don't use and why we can't use them. We are a family of 4 that live off one income. We homeschool our 2 children, so I can't easily work. I recently just quit my job at my local pub, and this is how we are able to live off one average or close to smaller income. My husband doesn't earn a huge amount of money. He works hard and I'm proud of him, but we're not like we're earning like 50k a year. No, nowhere near. I'm not telling you should do all of these. I'm not saying you have to do this forever. You might decide that you are in 2k worth of debt. If you stick to these for however long, you will have money and save money so that you can pay off your debt. So we're gonna get into the video. My number 1 is unsubscribe. Unsubscribe to emails that encourage you to go shop. So all of the fast fashion brands that send you emails every 2 weeks when they've got new stock in, unsubscribe from them. If they're not coming into emails, you're not going to be tempted to click and go shop and spend money. As well as unsubscribe from social media and channels that encourage you to want more things and need more things and buy more things. They're just not helping you save money. They're doing quite the opposite and making you think you need things that you don't. Number 2, cancel your streaming services. So by that I mean, if you have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Life, I don't even know what ones there are. There are so many subscription services. Unsubscribe from all of them and you will see that you will save like 50, 60, 70 pounds a month just from that. If you feel like you still want some or need some, then you have a couple of options. See if you can steal someone else's account, as in ask them, don't actually steal it. Be like, hey, can I we actually freeload, that's the name of our account, off my sister-in-law on her Disney Life. It actually says freeloaders. But we checked with her, we said, hey, you're getting it either way. If you've got a spare login, can we have it? And if she ever says no, then we just won't have it. So you can either ask other people if they have a spare account that you can borrow and use, share the price if you wanted to, or do what we do. And sometimes we don't really have any subscription services, but if there's something we want to watch, we'll subscribe until we finish watching that thing, and then we will unsubscribe. And what you could even do is circulate. So you could subscribe to Netflix. Once you've watched everything you wanted to watch on there for the time being, unsubscribe and subscribe to something else, and you can kind of keep going. So then you're only paying for one subscription than all of them. Number 3 is cancel all meal subscription services. They are extortionately priced, which leads me on to number 4, learn to cook. If you can get 7 dishes in your repertoire, then you know you have one for each day of the week. But having 7 meals that you know that you can cook easily, quickly, and they're yummy things that you want to eat, then you're less likely to have to do things like a meal subscription service. My number 5 is meal plan and write a list and stick to it. Mondays, once I've been to my local community fridge, which we'll get to that tip, I see what I collect there, and then I'll look at what I've got in my fridge and my cupboards and my pantries, and I'll see what dishes can I make easily with needing to add little amount of things. So then rather than just kind of going, I want to make, I don't know, strudel, even though I have none of the ingredients for that, I will see that I have ingredients for a bean chilli. So I'm like, right, I'm gonna make bean chilli today. And I will look for what ingredients I need to finish off that dish and just add them to my shopping list. I'm not just deciding the meals I wanna make and then buy all them ingredients, because that's gonna cost so much more money than looking at what you already have. Number 6 is stop eating out and getting takeaways. You might not like me for saying that, but you will save so much money by not eating out and not getting takeaways. Now we get so creative and get excited about cooking new different things. Number 7, again, you might not like me for, but stop or limit the amount of alcohol you're buying and drinking. Alcohol is expensive. It's not good for you. Yeah, I would very much encourage you to stop or limit the amount of alcohol you're drinking. Number 8 is stop buying and drinking fizzy drinks. Similar with the alcohol, it's expensive, it's just full of sugar or additives, it's not good for you, it doesn't help improve your health, it's just costing you money. Number 9 is stop buying takeaway hot drinks like teas and coffees. Buying a coffee from Starbucks, it's over £3, right? It's like £3 to £7 for a takeaway coffee depending on what you get. And if you want to go one further, don't drink teas or coffees at all. But if you stop drinking takeaway teas and coffees and just making them at home, you'll save a fortune. And if you stop drinking hot drinks altogether, you'll still save so much money. Number 10 helps prevent you doing the last 3 is bring a reusable water bottle with you. Everywhere you go, every single place I go, I bring my big reusable 1 litre water bottle with me. So if I'm thirsty when I'm out, I'm not going to reach to go buy the other drinks. Granted, I'm quite lucky. I don't like alcohol, fizzy drinks or hot drinks. I do just like to drink water, but my husband does like a fizzy drink. So if he brings a cold bottle of water with him, he's more likely to drink that rather than go buy fizzy drinks. Number 11 is be more prepared and try and bring snacks out with you rather than buying food when you're out. A lot of people, when they're out and they get hungry, they'll go into your local coffee shop and buy some snacks there, but these are so expensive. If you make and bring your own snacks, then when you get peckish, you're less likely to run out and buy food and just eat what you've got with you, whether it's fruit, whether it's homemade like date bars that you can make quite frugally and cheaply at home, whether like anything. If you just buy it in your food shop and know you've spent the money for the week, even if you budget into your food shop a few more kind of yummier snacks but are still cheaper to buy them in bulk from the supermarket so that you can bring them out of you will save money by bringing snacks rather than buying them out. Number 12 is stop going to shops. I don't mean stop going to shops altogether. I mean do your 1 food shop a week and then try not to go back to a shop unless you absolutely need something. I do my 1 food shop a week, other than kind of the going to a community larder. I do my food shop and then I don't intend to go back to the shop again. That includes going window shopping, going to any shop where you might be tempted to buy something, because when you're in a shop and you see something you want, it's so much easier for you to go, oh, I might not have it next time I come here, I'll get it now. And then you go home and go, oh, I shouldn't have bought it, I didn't need it. Number 13, which kind of goes along with stop going to shops, I guess, is learn to say no. Growing your no muscles is one of the best things you can do to live a more frugal life. It's so easy, and trust me, I struggle with this, but seeing something you want in the shop and going, oh, but it's on sale, or it's only this much money, or learn to say no. That is the biggest way you can save money, is not giving in to your urges and want to buy things which you don't need, and just learning to say no. Number 14 is learn to be content with less things and less stuff. Stop wanting more. Stop saying, I need this, I need that, I want this, I want that. Learn to just be more content. It's so easy in our world to want more and be more and do more and have more and more. We're consumers. And learn to kind of learn to be content, learn to be a creator rather than a consumer. Number 15 is learn the difference between wants and needs. I understand you need to spend money on your needs. You need to spend money on food. You need to spend money on clothes to an extent. Like, there are needs. But then there's the wants. If you're seeing a pair of shoes and you go, oh, I really want that pair of shoes, it will look great with that outfit, but you know at home you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 30, 90 pairs of other shoes that will do the job, and you just like these because they look pretty, that is a want rather than a, my shoes have just broken, I have no other options, I need to buy this pair of shoes. Number 16, which might be a controversial one here, is don't buy things on credit. This does not include a mortgage. We have a mortgage, but we do not have any form of debt or credit. If we do not have the money in our account to go and buy something, we do not buy it. Yes, that does include cars. It makes it too easy in our society to buy things on credit that you cannot afford, and then you're going to be consistently playing catch up. Don't buy things that you cannot afford. And along with that is number 17, start an emergency fund. You can decide what your emergency fund looks like, and if you're in a lot of debt, this might look a bit different because you want to pay off your debt, but to prevent you from going into more debt, have an emergency fund, whether it's £500, £1,000, £20,000. And everyone's emergency fund is going to look different depending on their lifestyle and like if they own a house, the size of the house, how they live, like their cars, all these different things. You're going to have different emergency funds, and what will work for you is going to be different to what works for us. But if you create even like a £500 emergency fund before you start trying to pay off your debt, Then when something does come up that you need to fix, or like if the boiler breaks, whatever it be, you know you have that money that you can use rather than putting more things on credit and getting into more debt. Number 18, people might not like this one, but check your bank account regularly. And by regularly, I probably mean every day or every other day. Amount of people that tell me when they start to do this, they notice that actually they have a direct debit going out that they never noticed before for like £10-15 a month to something they subscribed to but never used or forgot that they had. If you are checking your bank account every day, you'll notice if things are going up or down. You'll notice where the money is going. You'll notice if things have been taken out that weren't meant to. Just if you're aware of your money, it makes it a lot easier to know what you can and can't afford. Number 19 is don't buy impulsive things and items. We try to keep a list of our wants/needs and we'll look around. But if I'm in a shop and I see something, go, oh, I really, really, really want it, and it's a bigger ticket item, or even not, but mostly bigger ticket items, we won't just buy it. We'll go home, reflect, think, see if we can find it cheaper. Number 20, have a budget and stick to it. I'm going to do a whole video on how I budget, but pretty much the lowdown with budgeting is see how much you have coming in each month, see how much that you have that has to go out, i.e. your bills, your food, your fuel, like all of these different things that absolutely have to go out. Things like a sinking fund for your car. If you have a car, you should really be trying to save for that monthly so that when it's MOT time, you've got the money there. But have a budget and stick to it. Number 21 is know your prices. This was quite funny. Yesterday I went out with a few friends and they were talking about prices of food and things like, so someone had bought some falafel from one shop and the other said, oh, I buy it from the other shop. And she sort of said, oh, but it's cheaper from this one. And she went, how much? And I knew the prices of both of the things they were talking about. I was like, oh yeah, you'll save like 30p on each. And I just know my prices, if something is a good deal or not. So when you go into a shop and it goes, oh, like special offer £1, but actually you know that you can get it from a different shop all year round for 30p, then that £1 offer isn't good. Everything that's around know your prices of things, it really helps to know when you've got a good deal. Number 22 is never pay full price for things. And the ways to do that, I will give you some tips now. Number 23 is use cashback apps. So a way that you can never pay full price is use your cashback apps. I've got a few that's like, I think it's called Total Cashback, and one that's Checkout Smart. I'll try and see if I can like link the ones that I use. My number 24 tip, and that is buy secondhand. Pretty much whenever I want to buy anything, cars, food, like cars, furniture, clothes, technology, anything we want to buy, I will look secondhand for first, and I have saved so much money by buying things secondhand. Number 25, for those with kids, you might not like it, but it's a really good one, is use reusable nappies and wipes. For both my kids, I actually bought a bundle of second-hand nappies and wipes for just under £100, and I cloth nappied both my children with them. When they're first born, like the first month or two, because I have really skinny babies with really skinny legs, I do use disposable nappies. But once they're able to fit into the reusable nappies, yeah, I've used reusable nappies for both of them. And I've saved so much money because I've only really spent £100 on all the nappies that I've needed to use. So using reusable and disposable nappies, better for the environment and better for your pocket. Number 26, which is use reusable period products. Yes, you might have squirmed a bit then, but I have a menstrual cup and I have reusable pads. I've not had to buy disposable period products since my miscarriage, probably. Number 27 is, if you can, which I know not everyone can, but if you can, breastfeed. You've saved a lot of money by not having to buy formula, and I completely understand that not all women can breastfeed, and I really feel for you. But if you can, breastfeeding is a really good way to save some money and not having to buy the tins of formula. Number 28 is eat less meat and eat more legumes. Meat is expensive. Beans and legumes are so cheap. Number 29 is stop buying junk food. It's expensive, it's not good for you, it doesn't help you thrive the best way you can. Spend your money on good, nutritious, healthy food. Number 31 is drink tap water. But if you don't like all the additives, then you can have a filter, but tap water's fine, it's so much cheaper. Number 31 is grow your own food, and this is not always a cheaper option, so you need to understand how to, because starting off you need to make your raised beds or buy your compost or all of that, then it can quickly add up. But I'm more talking about if you eat a lot of salads and you have a spare pot and a spare bag of compost or lying around, or you've got compost around, grow your own lettuce leaves. In England, bags of mixed lettuce are so expensive. Number 32, I've kind of mentioned this a few times already, is check out your area for community larders and fridges. I use a community larder where I live, and I spend £17.50 a month, and I get each week about £50 worth of shopping. It has crazily lowered my food bill. Yeah, it's great. I've not had to buy bread in months because I just get it all from the community larder. Number 33, going back to growing your own food, is also making your own compost. So another way to make it cheaper to grow your own food from home is compost your grass, your veggie scraps, your leaves. If you have a garden, you can compost a lot of the stuff that's in your garden. If you live in an apartment or somewhere smaller, I understand this isn't that simple, but you can compost as well from home. You can get small turning wormeries. I get not everyone wants to do this, but if you're wanting to live a more eco and frugal life, then this is a great way to do it. We make our own compost. We have 3 compost bins in the bottom of our garden, and all of our veggie and fruit scraps, the chicken poo and everything goes into that, and we make all of our own compost, which makes growing your own food even cheaper. Number 34 goes along with that, is collect your own rainwater in water butts so that you can water your fruit and vegetables and grass. We've got 4 or 5 water butts around the garden to fill up over the winter, and then we can reuse that as and when we need it. Number 35 is switch to LED lights. Number 36 is turn the heating down or off completely. Number 37, if you live in the UK, switch off your plugs when you are not using them. Number 38, again a controversial one, but is shower less. We only actually shower or bath 1 day a week, but it's better for our skin and our hair. Yeah, generally you're using less shampoo and conditioner if you're only showering once a week. And I know it sounds gross, but no one's ever complained that I smell. So we only shower once a week. Unless we've got really sweaty, exercising or gardening or something, then we might shower more, but generally it's about once a week. Along with that, number 39 is stop caring what people think. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Honestly, I feel most people buy things because they feel like they should or have to in our society. Life's too short to care what other people think. Number 40 is fix rather than replace. If we have an item that's easy to fix, we'll fix it rather than immediately go out and buy a new one. Number 41 is use libraries or secondhand bookshops. We're not great with libraries because we end up forgetting to return them and having to pay a fine. So what we do is we go to cheap charity bookshops where the books are all £1 or 50p, buy what we need, and then when we're done with it, we'll just donate it back. Number 42 is go to or arrange clothes swaps with your friends for either you personally or your kids. Stop buying clothes and see if you and your friends, if they're having a clear out, you'll be able to swap and get some new clothes for free. Number 43 is get cheap SIM only contracts. So we buy our phone secondhand and we buy a cheap SIM only contract. The phone is so much cheaper. I just keep my phone for 4 or 5 years until it really is completely broken. Number 44 is don't buy new cars. New cars are so extremely expensive and you will only ever lose money on a new car. If you go buy a 4 or 5 year old car, it's depreciated as much as it's really going to. Number 45 is have less but better quality kids' toys. And along with that, number 46 is have less extravagant Christmases. We have little stockings for our kids about this big, and then we have 2 to 3 smallish presents under the tree. We try not to spend more than £50 to £100 on each kid at Christmas, and we tend to try and find everything we can secondhand. Also, you tend to get a lot from family and friends for kids as well, so you don't need to buy as much. Then what we do with our outer circle of family, like the in-laws and stuff, is we do a secret Santa. It means we only have to buy 1 present for each person, and you can really think about something that they would like and they would want. 47 is cancel your gym memberships. If you are not really using it, and B, really need to save some money, like you are really struggling, Cancel your gym membership, watch YouTube videos. One day we would love gym memberships, but as it stands at the moment, we cannot afford them. So if you're really struggling and you're really tight for cash, cancel that gym membership. It's not needed, and you can go for walks, runs, do things at home that are free, but you can still get your exercise in. Number 48 is join local free cycling groups. For my village that I live in, there's a Freecycle page, and you can swap and trade or give things away for free. I've managed to get some really good stuff. Like, I haven't had to buy clothes for the boys for ages because I just buy big bundles of boys' clothes that they're giving away for free, and I just use them. I'm like, great. Number 49 is be aware of your bills. That is how much they are and when they are looking to renew. And when they are looking to renew, look around for a cheaper option. Number 50 is when spending time with friends rather than going out and doing expensive things, have a bring and share games night. Number 51 is get better at DIY or swap and trade with friends that have trades. So if you have a friend who is a plumber and you're really good at something that they need help with, if you're, I don't know, a decorator, whatever it be, then you can swap and trade out these skills. Rather than having a monetary value on things, you can help each other out. Number 42 is walk more and drive less. Unfortunately, this is not something we can really do because we live in a village kind of in the middle of nowhere. Everywhere we need to go to, we do need to be able to drive to because there's not anything walkable. But if you live in a city or a town where everything is quite accessible and walkable, walk. It's better for your health and you'll save so much money on fuel, and we all know fuel is expensive. Number 53 is only do wash loads when they are full, and learn to hang your clothes out to dry rather than using a tumble dryer where possible. Number 54 is pay off your debt and save first before spending your money on things that you don't need. And number 55 is go get a side hustle. You just need to be able to earn more money. If you don't like any of my tips, then the way you can be more frugal is earning more money by having a side hustle. Whether it's pizza delivery in the evenings, or tutoring online, or doing photography, whatever your side hustle be. Right, they were my 55 frugal tips. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did. There's way more content on my channel about frugal living and how we afford to do that as a homeschooling family. Go check out, I'll have maybe a couple of links below if you like this, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.